that nomination, my wife would like to say just a few words, and before I greet you folks.
I have the privilege of knowing Gordon and his family for 27 years. We've only been married for 15, but I met his family as a young child and got to know them and his integrity before I thought of even marrying him. And a very fine and polished young man that he's grown up to be an older man now. But I respect him in many ways, not only because I'm his wife, but I also live with him and see him and see the many decisions that he makes for our country, for our families, for God, and I know he'll represent us well.
Thank you so much. May I say this, that it is an honor to represent you folks of Senate District 34. And together, divided we fall, together we stand, we can rise up. What I'd like to do is, I'm running for 3 reasons. Number 1, I'm running for my faith. Number 2, I'm running for my family. I'm running for my wife and the future of our 9 children. We have 12 children. 3 of them are in heaven looking down from us. But I'm afraid of what the progressives are doing to our city that we call home. You know, I'm the only candidate that has been nominated for and accepted for Senate District 34 because they say it's a lost cause for our group of representation. The progressives, they have about 6 or 7 on the ballot, and they're doing everything they can to go far left as they possibly can so that they can push their agenda. One of the things that I'm afraid of is they're taking away our parental rights. They've lowered, I don't know, it just passed out of committee on a party line vote from 8 to 9 to allow our children 12 and older to be counseled without parental consent. They originally wanted to push it to 10 years of age, and even the Democrats said, no, that's not right. We need to have the parents have their rights. And so they're going far left as they can. Here's another thing that they're proposing, is they'd like to do everything that they can to use taxpayer dollars to go ahead and have mobile heroin units so that they could administer heroin to the addicts safely, because after all, they're going to do it anyway, so we might as well monitor them medically in case they overdose. We can rush them using taxpayer dollars to help resuscitate them and keep them alive. That kind of nonsense must stop. Yes. Edmund Burke said this, all that is necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. And I believe that we as Senate District 34 has done nothing for too long. And what I'd like to do is I'd like 3 reasons: faith, family, and for our freedoms. I'm going to stand, and I need you to stand with me for the tenets of the Declaration of Independence, which is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That's why government was made, is to preserve our freedoms of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Life, depending on our thoughts, I believe life begins at conception. But if you believe that life only enters when a baby comes out of the womb, that's fine. But when Roe versus Wade was started, it was 36 weeks or so was when a baby, 32 weeks, a baby was viable, able to live outside of the womb. Because of medical technology, now viable life is able to be live on its own at 20 weeks. Now, we've lost 3 children, and we had to bury our 3 children through miscarriage. And Brother Grant has 2. At between 6 to 8 weeks, that life begins to start beating, that heart. The Bible says in Scriptures that the life of the life is in the blood. And so I believe when that baby's heart starts to beat, it's life. And we are the only country in the entire world that believes and allows late-term abortions. China is one of them. North Vietnam is another one of them. And, China, Vietnam, and North Korea. and the United States are only the 4 countries in the entire world that allow late-term abortions. I think we need to get out of that club. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. And number 2, life, liberty. When I walked into this school, I had to remove my firearm because I am a card-carrying citizen of the United States. And the reason why I carry is to protect my wife from the crazies out there and my 9 children, to protect you. And we have people at Silver Springs, that coach that was there. I coached for our Christian school. He had to literally shield his students with his body, and as the bullets went through him to try to spare life. There are many former military who've been trained at firearms that would love to carry and protect their students so they wouldn't have to just lay down their life for them. And I believe that the Constitution allows us to have the freedoms, to be card-carrying, freedom-loving Americans. So life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I believe that the people that know how to spend the money the most are those who earn it. And I believe in the right to work. I don't think that we ought to be forced to join a labor union. But we have that choice. If we want to join a union, we can. If we don't, let's allow us to have the freedoms. And let's allow us to keep our money in our pockets. Those are the 3 things I'm standing. Would you stand with me? If you go to PastorGordonForColorado.com. My name, Pastor Gordon, F-O-R, Colorado.com. If you would just sign up on honor of St. Patrick's Day, and for what you can do, just donate $7.77. That's God's number. We all know the devil's number is 666. If you can just donate $7.77, we'll keep you updated. We'll show you how you can get involved. We'll show you what you can do. And again, thank you. I want to leave you with this one quote. Nobody made a greater mistake than he who did nothing because he could only do little. All we can do is do our part. God bless you. God bless Senate District 34. Thank you very much.